With a stray dog, she can only wander in the wild every day. She is very thin and malnourished, just rummaging through the trash dumps people throw away. Add some spoilage, or something completely inedible, to barely fill the stomach. Over time, she became skinny, no meat at all, and dirty, look very poor. How can I not miss it, but it is raining all night. You're so miserable and she's pregnant again. In this way, the physical condition of such a bad dog is much worse. And the effective medicine became the mother of 4. From now on he will no longer just take care of herself and shoulder the heavy responsibility of raising several children. And the touching thing, she who had been wandering in the wild before having a baby, I learned that there is a rough factory near a relatively good environment. And use all her strength, ran a pit in a clearing, gave birth to her child in it. Multiple mothers make a home with their children in a bucket. And even if you are malnourished, getting weaker, dog mothers take good care of her babies. As long as the child wants to breastfeed, she will be satisfied. And wait until the children are full and fall asleep. She took advantage of the night to go out to find food. In fact, she also knew that her children who were left alone on his own would be very dangerous in the pit. But in order to ensure that she has enough milk, let children grow up healthily, had to give birth to children with diamonds. And kind dog mother, at a convenient time, I even met 2 other puppies who were not cared for by their mothers. And now she didn't hesitate. Sit in 2 trips and return the 2 puppies to the pit. Hardworking dogs, transformed into a mother of 6 dogs. This also means that the burden on his shoulders is heavier. Also means, in any case she must find physical guarantees of milk for the children. But even so, because of non-stop feeding 6 puppies, make the dog mother's malnutrition worse. As a last resort, the dog mother walked to the crowded place, and hoped to meet a kind person to help their big family. Finally, a pet rescue team noticed her, and followed the dog mother back to the location of the main city. Let the eyes of the dog mother shine a lot after seeing the rescuers from Dongguan. Just staring straight at the rescuer. It seems to regard the rescuer as the light of life. She must hold on to this life-saving straw. According to the rescuers later described, she'll never forget that dogs are just as innocent as Ken. How to face the excitement of hope. Coupled with the little puppies walking around, rescuers can totally imagine this stray dog mom. How hard it is to take care of 6 puppies. Rescuers didn't hesitate at the moment. She immediately stepped forward and gently hugged the dog mother in his arms. Constantly comforting her, try to reassure her, let her know that she will save their mother and child. The rescuer recalled, when she held it in her arms, I feel that the dog mother is really terribly thin. Compared to normal dog mothers, it's not even up to half its weight. Even if you don't know how to raise a dog, it will be difficult to survive. However, the fact is, even in such poor physical condition, he never stopped feeding these 6 puppies. Try to keep him alive. He knows he must do whatever it takes. Let these children run through the stage where they need to be cared the most. Then wait for a well-intentioned person to find out and send them away. Give them better care, because dog mother guides, if only by my own ability, is completely unable to take care of these children. The only thing to do is to feed them more milk. From start to finish, she didn't even think about whether she could be saved. It's full of 6 puppies. The protagonist sent the dog mother to drink and the puppies to the rescue center. A veterinarian was contacted to come and treat them. And when Shou Yi saw this mother dog, with a completely unwelcome expression on her face, in her life, never seen such a thin dog mother. The doctor examines the dogs. Fortunately, 6 puppies are really well cared for by their mother dog. No problem at all not even symptoms of malnutrition. Visiting dog mother, in addition to severe malnutrition, there is also an irregular diet. The food that has been eaten is spoiled or inferior. So some stomach ulcers. Rescuers who got the news, I admire this mother even more. Because even human, in case of gastric ulcer, I can't take care of the child so tenaciously. Fortunately, after careful conditioning by the veterinarian, mother dog feels better. The problem of malnutrition was completely eliminated. It's stronger. It's just a little bit closer to the sun. Need to continue to show. Big cycle is okay. And those puppies, also grow bigger, and getting cuter, more thankfully, have found their new owner. Mother dog must also be dissatisfied at sending away the pup. Because it must feel that the child is going to live a better life, so she is willing to let go. This time, all dogs and dog mothers have their own happy home. And all of this is rooted in the strength and selflessness of this dog mother. And in fact, not just dog moms, many stray dogs who live alone live equally inconvenient comforts. In the US before, volunteers at a homeless animal shelter while rescuing and sheltering, saved a puppy living in poor sanitation. The day she found the puppy, she saw it while walking, also covered in dirt and some branches, looking very embarrassed. Even more shocking, the dog is really skinny. Ribs are clearly visible, even with a fleshy face. It can also be seen that the stock price is obvious. It can also be seen that it's starved for sure. And wait until the volunteers walk in. Jung found the dog's body full of lice. Skin disease is also quite serious. Even had a high fever. Appears to have lost part of consciousness. And that's why it wobbles when it walks. Volunteers rushed the dog to the hospital. Pay attention to feed the dog and wash it clean first. Wash him off all the dirt and bugs. Avoid further infection. In addition, because the dog is too weak to eat on its own, so we can only give him a nutrient booster for a while, wait for him to recover some strength. The same time, attention also began to be solved by him to solve the occurrence of skin diseases. During treatment, maybe the dog sensed the kindness of these people, so there has to be a struggle and a reflex, always obediently cooperating. Simply dog survival has been very complete and soon returned, and the skin disease is fortunately not too small, all the dirt and bugs. Avoid further infection. In addition, because the dog is too weak to eat on its own, so we can only give him an injection of nutritional supplements first, wait for him to recover some strength, and then let him eat some nutritious food. At the same time, attention also began to be solved by him to solve the occurrence of skin diseases. During treatment, maybe the dog sensed the kindness of these people, so there's always a struggle and a shout. I have always cooperated obediently. Simply, the dog's will to survive is very tenacious, and he quickly retreated. Fortunately, the skin disease is not very serious. As long as the dog continues to cooperate with the treatment, it will not take long to recover. Day by day, the dog's body is visibly getting better. The hair that was hard and sparse due to skin disease is getting denser now. It's getting softer. Personality is no longer so rigid and nervous. Become more cheerful, often run around volunteers. Future. Hope this dog finds a good owner. Live happily in a stable family. I also hope that everyone will encounter such a dog water. Don't be stingy with your own translation. Provide them with warmth. Help them out.